Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Fattz Media Podcast. And if you haven't noticed, I have a new mic. I have a new podcast setup. And with this new podcast setup, I'm going to be able to offer more, uh, better quality podcasts. So if you haven't noticed, there's been a few days where there's been a gap and the podcast episodes haven't popped up is because I've been having a lot of issues with the podcast board. So not actually the board, the microphone was actually the problem. But so in this episode, I'm gonna be talking about why every artist needs a landing page. All right. This is even without having a website. I'm gonna just talk about a landing page. And a lot of people have been using the link tree, the tiny URL website address that takes them to a link tree, which is a single page with all their stuff, which is a good thing. Um, if you think you need a full website to start building your fan base, um, that is not necessarily true. I recommend it. I strongly recommend it, especially if you're going to sell content on that website. You need something that's more, let's say, professional looking. All right. So not that the single page thing doesn't look professional. It does. But what you want to do is you want to convey that you're taking your music seriously and that you're building something out and something unique. That's just not every other artist. When every artist has the same Linktree type setup, then people don't want to. People know what to do. It's kind of like they go automatic because they get the automatic sense when they get to that Linktree. They're like, okay, it's the Linktree. Let me just find the link that I'm looking for. I'm going to click on it, and I'm just going to listen to a Spotify song, right? But you want them to look at the website and be engaged. That's what you really want. You want engagement with the website. You want them to familiarize themselves with the website and always know that that website is going to continue to change, that it's always going to be updated with new details about you. And that's very important. A lot of artists, they have music videos from 2 years ago on their page. And then I go to their YouTube and they have three, four, five new videos on YouTube, but they never updated it on the link tree. But the link tree is the first click, is their first introduction to you. They find you on social media. They take the time to go to your profile. Then they go and they click on the link tree button, and then they go there, and the shit is not update. It's not up to date. It's not up to date. It's just insane. Now, what I would recommend is having a website that automatically populates new information, meaning that you would have that website plugged into your blog, plugged into your sorry, to your music video or podcast. You have it all plugged into the same, all those different outlets that you're using. It would be plugged into your website. So whenever you put up a new podcast episode, whenever you put up a new a YouTube video, it automatically pops up on the website, and you don't have to mess with it. You know that's what you need if you're a busy artist running around and you're gonna shoot a video, you're gonna get it uploaded to YouTube, but you don't want to make the effort, or you don't have a team that's gonna go put it up everywhere else. Okay, so every artist, they do need the one link for all your content thing if you're not selling music. If you're not selling music and you're chasing people to get streams, definitely the one link tree thing. People are programmed. They know what they're doing. They know that when they go and hit that link tree and it's music related, they know, hey, I'm just looking for the streaming platform that I use. They go to a link tree and they're like, okay, this Spotify, Apple Music, Title. All right, I have Title. I'm gonna click on that. That's basically what they're doing, right? So when they go to a website and they click on it, number one, be prepared because they're going on there. There's another issue. All right. There's another issue to take into consideration. Listen, I am a very, very big person on learning from people's mistakes. I like to learn from people's mistakes. I don't want to hear how people had it so good and how they worked so hard and made it. And I'd rather learn how the hell did you mess up to get to where you're at, so then I can avoid that. Right? That's what you want. You want people's mistakes, and I'm telling you, it's going to help you a lot more than hearing all the good news. And then you stumble, and then you're like, you get defeated, and you don't want to keep going. So, um, where was I going with this? So, with the mistakes, I've been going to a lot of landing pages, right? I've been clicking a lot of through Instagram, TikTok. I've been clicking on the bios, clicking on the link, and it's taking me to a desktop version of a website, but is on the mobile. So you know you're on social media. Social media is on your phone. People aren't going on Instagram. People aren't going on TikTok on an iPad. It's very rare. It's always on a phone. And the phone screens are getting bigger, but when you click on that, if the website is not set up for mobile, which I'm surprised, is a lot of website builders automatically go to mobile. They automatically take the desktop version and make it mobile. But here's the thing: it looks good in desktop, and it automatically adjusts to mobile. But when it automatically adjusts to mobile, it's just taking the words and is cramping stuff up, making the words smaller, making things fit. It's programmed to make things fit and appear similar to the desktop version. And but it's not laid out the same way. You're not getting the same feel. So whenever you make a desktop version of the website, you can click on it on certain platforms. You can click on it to view the mobile version, and then you can start altering it. You can start moving things around because this is if you're very tech savvy and if you're building it yourself. If you're one of those people that's jumping on Squarespace, jumping on Wix, and you're doing it yourself, this is for you. You can go on there and please, please, please check the mobile version. Don't let it just switch to automatic mobile version where you're like, it has both versions when I create the site. And then while you're creating the site, you're building it on the desktop. You're fixing everything up on the desktop. You're not even looking at the mobile. You need to look at the mobile. You need to look at the mobile. There's a lot of words that are being cut off that's just going from one line to another because it shrinks up to the mobile and the words are moving and it just makes everything look completely off. That's the first thing. The second thing is the update. It's not updated. The third thing, the color is not the same, meaning the color does not look the same from a desktop. Like if you have a wallpaper in the background of a whole bunch of words on a desktop version, you can see what the wallpaper is. But then when it shrinks to a mobile, it just looks like a black line with some green, you don't see the whole design. You just see one part of that design because they keep the background design kind of big size. And then you put the words over it, which they shrunk. So then it just looks like a big black line behind it. And you don't know that that's really a design that wasn't shrunk to the mobile version. So you can go to the mobile version, delete that background, and change the background design to a new design. These are the mistakes. This is what you need to check. This makes a huge difference in the person viewing your page and the feel for it. Like I went to an artist page. I clicked on through TikTok, and on TikTok you click on it and it says open and it opens like a browser and then it tries to open the app. So then when you click on it, the app doesn't pop open because TikTok doesn't want you to leave their app. So it stops it. So you got to press the X in the top right. You press the X just to stay on the mobile version. So the app doesn't try to pop up and you can view the page that way. Now, when I first went there to their Instagram feed, they had six pictures. But if you look at the date of the picture, when you click on the first picture, the second picture, it was from 4 years ago. Now, you don't have to keep putting pictures of yourself. You want to be an artist, you want to put music out, but you don't want to put yourself out there. That's fine. Just get some pictures done of if you don't want your face in it, put get pictures of your silhouette, get some find out a creative way to keep you where you can still post content and it doesn't have to have you in it if you don't want to be in it. And you have to really consider, you have to think and say, "Hey, what kind of artist am I? Am I gonna be in front of the camera? Am I not? Am I gonna do social media? Am I not? Am I gonna just be an artist that just I wanna talk to my fans when my music is coming out. So when my music is coming out, I'm gonna post a lot and I'm gonna talk nothing but about my music. And then when the music is out and I did my 3 months of promo after the song came out, then I disappear again." Artists do that. But the thing is they have a huge, huge company behind them, the big guys, and they build up a buzz before they even pop out. So then their songs start playing all of a sudden. Magically, they start popping up in the news feed a couple months before they even start saying a word, before they even start their rollout. They have that press company already releasing things and popping weird ass stories out, and then they come out and it looks all natural, like they've been there, but they haven't. This is all staged and this is all planned, and it can be done if you have a lot of money and if you have a team that's going to build that out for you because you don't want to be in front of the camera. But if you can't afford that, and you still don't want to be in front of camera, then you need to find an artistic, creative way where you're going to be able to put up content without your face on it. And then you can just schedule that stuff out. Now, You don't have a lot of money, you're an independent artist, you can go on Canva, pay $15 a month, and just schedule it out right there. They have a content calendar there, and you use Canva to design it, the post, and then you schedule it out right there on Canva. You connect the Canva to your Instagram. Now, if you don't even know, if you're not a good designer, you don't want to do any of that, this is where I come in. Go to fattsdistrict.com, you sign up. There's 3 different plans. So there's the free plan. That one is if you want to release a single, if you want to just try it out. You release a single, you immediately have access to mixing and mastering at fatsdistrict.com. You can mix and master songs for $5. If you sign up, if you're a subscriber, then the price gets reduced for mixing and mastering per track, $5 per track. Now, it automatically does it. You upload the song, you pay, and the song comes right back to you in your email in a few minutes, and it's completely mixed and mastered. It sounds great. I'm gonna play a song in the next episode. I think I'm gonna play the before and the after. This podcast, it shoots a video format and it goes up on YouTube. So certain songs, when they're registered, then I can get flagged. So I have to figure out how I can get a song that's not registered, uh, and it's not in the streaming platform system and in the YouTube ID system, where then it will get flagged. So I have to get some other song that's not going to affect the podcast. But I'll get something and I'll put it up. But you can go on the website at fatsdistrict.com. You can upload a song, click real quick, put your name, email, click the mixing and mastering that you want. There's like 3 different options. You click on it and you receive the email in a few minutes. First, you receive an email saying, "Hey, thank you for your payment." Then you receive an email saying that it's processing, and then you receive the email with the download link, and you can play it in the email. So you can do it all through your phone if you have it on your phone, and you can play it right there on your phone and click download, and it saves as a file right there on your phone. Now, this is huge because you need to be able to mix and master your songs before you put it up on streaming platforms. There's a lot of songs that are going up to streaming platforms, very low quality, and Apple Music is even paying people if they're gonna up their mixing and mastering game. If you're gonna do Atmos, Dolby mixing and mastering, they're gonna pay you more per stream because they want everyone to start moving over to that. They want everyone to go to the top tier mixing and mastering. They want top quality sound on their platform. That if everyone is uploading that kind of content on their platform, then Apple Music is going to sound a lot better than Tidal. Is going to sound a lot better than Spotify. If people have used all the different platforms, if you use Google Music, if you use Spotify, you know that the one that had the best sound was Tidal. Tidal had a hi-fi thing, and it was probably costing them a fortune to be able to set that up for streaming. But they had the best sound in the game. They had the mixing, the platform added for DJs, where DJs could connect to Tidal with the hi-fi. It just sounded incredible compared to the Spotify one. That's if you're a DJ. If you're a producer, you can definitely listen and you can hear the difference. If you have great speakers and you can hear it. If you have basic speakers, it kind of sounds the same. It just sounds a little bit better, a little bit louder, but you can't really tell the difference. But yeah, so that's for people who've been in the studio a lot and listening to a lot of songs all the time with studio speakers, people submitting their music. We're not a label, but people are constantly sending us music, asking us to review it, asking us to, hey, they want to be interviewed for the podcast. And we're setting up interviews now. I just want to get the podcast set up correct. I have 3, 4 episodes coming out very soon. But yeah, so that's my spiel right there on Fast Dishes. So with the landing page situation, you can pay, you can have you for content. You go on Canva, you can pay $13 a month, I believe, and you got the premium plan, which means you could use premium images, premium backgrounds, all that stuff, video editing, audio, not editing, but audio chopping up and stuff like that. If you want to clip things, like clip 15 seconds of your song to put it on a video, you could definitely do that on Canva. Then you put that up on the calendar, the content calendar, and you schedule it out. So that's what you want to do if you're on a budget. Now, if you have a little bit more money and you don't want to be you want to do your music and you don't want to focus on it at all, then I would recommend going to Fattz District, signing up for the management. Sign up to the virtual management. It's a pricier monthly. It's a better deal if you pay for the year because you basically get 2 months for free and you have a virtual manager. So what does that is? We're the first of its kind where we're offering virtual management to independent artists, not working with anybody big time. What we're doing is we'll completely review all of your social media platforms. We'll set everything up where we're going to get everything to look and feel the same. All the links are all going to match. Everything's going to be completely updated. All the SEO is going to be done. A website, you're going to get a free website included. So with this, if you add this up, you would get a link tree style page. You would get a free website made, domain and everything included with management for a whole year. So that means that whenever you add new music, you contact, whenever something new happens, you contact, and everything gets updated within 24 hours. That's all included in this. All of this is included. Submission of your music with metadata, mixing and mastering. All this is completely included with virtual management. All you have to focus on is making the music and booking some shows. We'll book you some interviews. We'll interview you here at this podcast. We'll set you up with other podcasts. We're going to set you up with vloggers. We're going to set you up with DJs, set you up with TikTokers to talk to make connections with. But that's for if you want to spend a little bit more money. We definitely recommend that. It's the first of its kind. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can get it mixed and mastered. I can get a website done. I can get a link tree or something similar. The Badoozle or something like that. All of that costs money and is all separate platforms and it all requires subscriptions. So if you want to have 10 different subscriptions, you can definitely do that. Now, I'll tell you the 10 different ones that you're going to need. So you're going to need Canva. That's the first one. You're going to be able to do content calendar. It's one of the cheaper ones that involves the designing and content calendar aspect into it. And you can do a little bit of video, a little bit of audio. It's not great with video, not great with audio. But if you're doing basic stuff for social media, definitely could work for $13, $14 a month. Then you want to pay for Linktree or something similar to that. The basic plan is only going to get you 1 or 2 links, and then you're going to still have to upgrade because you have multiple links for music, multiple links for a lot of things. So you're going to have to pay at least $10 a month for that. So right now you're at $23, $24 a month. After tax, it's going to be more than that. When you submit your music, there's going to be a lot of add-ons on there. So let's add another 10, $15 for that. Mixing and mastering. And Lander charges $5 per track. There's other platforms that charge $7 per track. A album is 10, 15 tracks. Sometimes it could just be 10 or 12. Let's say 10 times 5, $50 on top of that. So, and then you got to do all the other legwork to get the website done, which is average $500, $700 a month. For a good website, $850 to $1,000. If you want to put music into it, if you want to put selling your music on there, it's going to be a lot more. Now, if you want to go the cheap version, you can go. I want to give you the full breakdown. You can go on Fiverr, get the website done. It's going to cost you about $300 to $500. It's going to work. But then when you need it updated, you got these guys at Fiverr that did the website, and then when you get it updated, you can't find that guy, and you get another designer to fix it, and you tell him that you want it to fix it. If the first guy disappears with the file, or he doesn't build it correctly, he starts changing it a lot. So then the behind the scenes code is written in a different language or something like that. It's going to be really hard for the new developer to fix it. And then he's going to tell you that he has to redo the whole website, that he can't fix the website. It's a mess. It's missing files. There's a whole bunch of things. And he's going to charge you. This happened to me before. These are all the errors, mistakes that I've had. I've had websites built again. And then I pay someone, hey, can you just fix this one page? They change the page. They're hosting that page on their server. They disappear on me. The server ends. They turn it off or something. And then that page is just blank. And it just says an error message when you go to that page. And then I got to pay somebody else to go to a website to delete that page because people keep clicking on that page and it's keep taking them to an error message and they keep leaving my website. It's happened. So these are things that happen. But listen, where are we? We're number 4. And you already got the website, you already got the link tree, you already got Canva, you got to do mixing and mastering, you got to pay extra to submit to platforms, which is all included with fattsdistrict.com. Just right there alone, just with the 4 or 5 things, you're already past the whole year fee that we charge. You already passed it right there with that. That's not even including we're doing Zoom calls every week with you. You have the phone number and email address. You can text, call anytime. Website gets updated within 24 hours and booking appointments. If you get a booking agent, they're gonna charge you every time they book things, so you're gonna have to be on a monthly. You're gonna have to do a budget where they will help you out with an album rollout. You give them $4 or $5,000, and they'll guarantee to get you some write ups done and some interviews scheduled right before and a little bit after you release the project, and that's it. Then they're gone. All right. So it's just something to think about. Check out fatsdistrict.com. If you're an artist and you want to be interviewed, contact us at fatsmedia.com. You go there or just email us, fatsmedia@gmail.com. Email us a song, your name, and where you're from. And we'll listen to music and we'll build a relationship. We'll message you back and we'll set that up. Listen, we're willing to interview all independent artists, producers, DJs, social media influencers, everyone. We're trying to get everyone attention. It is completely free. And what we're doing is we're trying to build a platform to service independent artists and help them grow and teach them the business as they grow so they can make as much money as possible. Because I'm tired of all these major artists that as soon as they sign a deal, they get on the radio, they get on TV, and then they start saying there's no money in music because they sign messed up deals. They're getting robbed, or they either sold their soul, signed their life away, and that's what they have to say. You never hear them, hey, I made more money when I was independent and I signed, I'm not making a penny. I haven't gotten a royalty check. I haven't gotten a publishing check. All that's disappeared. Nobody said that. They don't say that after they signed that deal. They know. Even Meek Mills, when he was having issues with his label, he was trying to get off the deal. He said a few things, but he had to shut up for a whole year for them to let him go. He hasn't said a word since. So just something to think about. If you're still interested in signing a deal with a major label, you'll get a better deal if you have your numbers lined up, if you have all your details, everything set up, you have all your folders set up with all your files, with everything. We take care of all that with the virtual management. If you want to take care of it yourself, just listen to this podcast and then we'll keep feeding you what to do every day of the week. We're going to keep releasing episodes, all right? Thanks for viewing and listening. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you. Please subscribe. And if you're listening on the podcast, thanks for following the podcast. Check us out on social media. I'm putting up videos on TikTok and Instagram every day. All right, man. Peace.